yeah, so the shelter was a good stay. It was definitely nice not to have soaking wet everything this morning. Shelters are notorious for harboring mice that want your food crumbs, but they eat through your really expensive gear as well, or run across your face when you're sleeping, or whatever, gross shit. Yeah, so I thought it was mice, and then I couldn't figure out what it was because it was sounding like a lot of mice, or big mice. 15 to 30 birds. I wasn't sure at first if they were mice or bats or what the hell it was, but judging from the nest this morning, I was able to see. Yeah, but there was a lot of them I could see in the dark, and they were like flying into the walls, and kamikaze birds or bats or them dingbats. I don't know, just a couple of dingbats hanging out. Oh shit. I honestly don't know if I'm getting a late start or an early start or what's going on here. I think I walked to a different time zone. So I thought I was tracking, it was 2 something, but then I looked and I was like 4:45. I don't have any cell phone service, so I was like, what happened? Like, how was I that tired or wore out? Tell ya, it is peaceful out here. The second day I passed those 2 other hikers that I had saw on the trail mail logbook, but other than that, let's see, Saturday I went through Cheehaw State Park. There was quite a few day users, maybe a couple dozen, probably 6 groups of people, maybe 8 groups of people, and then 2 other actual hiker backpackers out doing overnights on the trail, but they were headed south. Other than that, nil, none, nada. No people. Nothing. Trying a different look today, but figure keep my long pants dry. Maybe let these poor legs see some sun, or see some fresh air, I guess. That's so you can find me in the dark. Look at them white legs. Won't be long, that guy's coming down. So get this though, I saw, I really want to be careful on these controlled burns. I saw an article released, like here, one of these burns, they used what they termed Dragon Balls. So let your imagination do the work for what that is. But they frickin' drop flaming balls from helicopters. Like some, I don't even know. How terrifying would that be? Hopefully in those areas, they do real thorough sweeps. I am on a trail, so I mean, I would think whether they do some type of satellite heat signatures or, you know, because people are out hunting and stuff too. So they gotta have some type of sweep before they frickin' declare all out war on you. Slippery when wet. Yeah, so in case I haven't been completely clear on things, I finally think I escaped the vortex of 8 acorns. Sometimes a specific town or a spot that seems like hikers linger at, they'll refer to as a vortex. Now, I wasn't lingering, but I did spend 3 nights, not consecutive. So that was me joking. It was a wonderful stay. I had their whole hostel to myself. They were very nice people. It was very affordable. It was warm. I was cozy, had great hot showers. I had the ability to buy food and cook it there. And they gave me rides around, and can't say enough good things about it. I'm very thankful that stuff like that exists, and especially them. So again, 8 acorns. If you're out doing the Pinthot, definitely think about giving them a shout or a stop. And that goes for all these places. I've said it before, but you know, the 8 to 24 inch wide path is the trail, but those hostels and those people, they're the trail too. It's almost like a long lost relative. Not even that, like a closer relative, because every single one of them, when they're dropping you off or you're walking out, the last words out of their mouth are, well, you got our number, so even though you're leaving, if you need something, just give us a call. It still very much kind of looks like rain that they forecasted here, or it's supposed to still be raining, but it's like 90% humidity. I'm just soaked. I don't know. So that Gore-Tex shell is like cooking me. Have to come check it out while you're here. A little surprised you can go in. Wow. Appears like they might still use it. On closer inspection, that's a hard no for me. Another undeveloped lake. Not huge. There you go. Spoke too soon. That looks like a little swim area. There's something out there. There's like something across the water. Just swang through a little trailhead. I didn't expect there to be a toilet here either, but what if there was? Hell yeah. I know that little road is gonna go right to the trail. But if I don't turn and go back this way, I'll skip a couple 100 feet. And that just can't happen. Oh, well, things are off to a good start this morning. I actually just cruised up through the woods this way and got to here. So, I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. Well, ain't that some shit? Yeah, who would have known? Well, I got off the phone with the ranger. The good news is that, you know, it's already burnt. There is some smoke. He said the crews are loading up to head out and they should be opening the trail. But he said if I want to call back in case I don't see anybody, I'm assuming you want to hunker down and wait till at least lunchtime. So I was like, that's a bit of a bummer. I got going this early because I'm trying to do a 20-mile day. So sitting for all this time here in the middle of the morning really kind of impacts that. All right, just like that, we're back in action. I say that, but what you didn't see is me laying on my little ground pad with my umbrella as a wind wall, freezing my ass off for about an hour. It is actually like 58 degrees, but I was soaked with sweat, as I had mentioned. Like I'm shivering right now. But I didn't want to dig everything out because I knew as soon as I did, they would be here. And I knew as soon as I started walking, I'd warm up. But we're gonna smell mighty smoky again, but I did the right thing for waiting. I could have just went, I guess, because all they did was drive up and take the sign down. They didn't walk out here and check a damn thing. So now I know. I'm starting to think I should have just freaking went for it, because, well, I've walked through smokier and more burnt areas that weren't closed. Like the flip of a switch. It's raining. Whoa. Oh, this is slimy, muddy, almost man down. Put the camera away. The weather looks like the rain's gonna be done. Let's hope that that is accurate this time. I've thought that once before. I have quite a bit of uphill, and I honestly don't know if I'm feeling it or not. Not all the way up there, but we're picking away at it. It is so humid. I don't know if it's only particular vegetation types that get scheduled or slated to burn, but this place, I mean, everything's covered in moss, but it looks like shit would go up like a fireworks stand. It's like the AT Green Tunnel, and I hear water just rushing, so I think, well, there's water somewhere, but probably my stream. Took all day. Guess who decided to join us? Yeah, the sun's finally out. This feels like a really big 700 foot. I hope I'm getting to the end. And I hope even more that the 1,000 foot down isn't so damn narrow and steep. Well, at least I got it videoed, so you've got the proof. It has been a day. It's not over yet. I just crossed over what I believe is Duggar Mountain. Not within the last few little bit, but can't even think of words. But anyways, look at here. Tree bucket. I think I saw one of those on the AT. If you, yeah. Kind of a weird place for a bucket. Anyways, 1,200 feet of downhill. You know, towards the end of the day here, I start getting whooped. The just overall energy levels are just low. So even pulling the camera out, it's a little tougher. Beautiful sunset view from somewhere. Just not here. The good news is I should make it to the shelter before I'm tromping through the woods in the dark again. So, with any luck, I can have enough daylight to get situated before bed. I'm sure trying to get there before it's dark out, damn it. It doesn't look like I'm gonna make it.